Hello, everybody.
What's up, guys?
So you know, we're in Gettysburg. Want to take a guess where we're at? Well, I'll tell you. The Farnsworth House. Second most haunted house.
The Farnsworth House that you see behind me was a Confederate stronghold. They took over this house on July 1st, 1863, after retreating to Cemetery Hill. The good thing about this house is it's very close to federal lines, so it gave them an advantage point to try to stop the Union Army when they came over. The Sweeneys are the ones who owned this house, and at the time it was Catherine and her daughter Lizzie who lived here, and they took shelter somewhere else. The Confederates held this house for 2 days, and they put snipers up in the attic to shoot anybody coming over Cemetery Hill. It has a garret window up at the top, which made it perfect for the snipers to be able to sit up there and shoot out and be protected. There's at least 150 bullet holes on the side of the house over here that you can still see to this day.
The only civilian casualty was Jenny Wade. She was shot by a sniper, a Confederate sniper from this window. In there is a hotel. On the other side of that is the Wade home, correct?
Yes.
So back in the Civil War, this house would have been, all this stuff wouldn't have been around it. It would have been a straight shot to the Wade house, is what I'm understanding. But were their guns that good?
Unfortunately, Jenny was killed by a stray bullet. It wasn't like they attempted to shoot her. She was just a casualty of the war.
So there's a diary in each one of the rooms that explains, whatever story happens may happen. I'm not sure about what happens in the Eisenhower room, but people who have stayed here have left their stories, written their stories down in the diary. So at least I'll read a couple to you.
Says this is from August 20th of 2021. We got here, checked in, went to have dinner, explored a little, came back to a early night, curled up in bed, tossed and turned a little, and fell asleep. Around 2 a.m., there was a super loud noise in the room that woke me up, as I never wake up in the night to go to the bathroom, but did right after that noise, which wasn't our phones or alarm. So that's that one. August 23rd, got up, got our showers, and when showering, all of a sudden the hot water got really hot and set the smoke detector off in the room. Let's see. This is August 23rd also, so they checked out. This person checked in. Enjoyed the evening out. Did a few odd things. Mostly had feelings in here, but a lot of voices caught on my recorder that made sense. So I guess the voices were talking to themselves and it made sense what they were saying. Let's see. Stories that I read in here, guys, when we first got here, and there's been people that have the blanket tugged or just hear footsteps up and down the hall even though there's nobody out there. There's one entry that says when they first checked in, they came in, shut and locked the door, and as soon as they walked away, basically there was 2 knocks on the door, and when they opened it up, there was nobody there. So yeah, let's see what we can catch.
Alright, y'all. So now we're up in the attic. And during the Civil War, when the Confederates held the Farnsworth House, the Confederate snipers would shoot from that window behind me. There's some of the snipers that were shot on the ledge. One of the snipers, Walter, was shot on the ledge.
The side porch.
The side porch. The little boy, Jeremy, can also be seen up here. Patrick and a few other soldiers can also be seen up here. So let's just see what we get. I'll tell you about the different parts of the place. Or show you different parts of the place while we do that.
Yeah, guys. So the reason that the soldiers picked this house in particular is for that garret window right there. It allowed the sharpshooters to be able to look out and shoot any Union army coming up over Cemetery Hill without being exposed too much to fire being returned from the Union army. And if you look at that side of the house, there's at least 150 bullet holes in the side of that house.
So one of the snipers would have set up right here, laying looking down there. Shot out that window in that direction. And the Wade house is in that direction as well. So when I guess the Union look. Cat ball's going off. Oh, it stopped.
There it goes again. And it's in a crack. There's no way, like...
Is anyone setting that off? Is that you, Jeremy? Is that the little boy? Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Jeremy, you want to roll that ball? Can you roll it for me? Give it a little push, Jeremy. There you go. Thank you. Can you do it again? It moved. Can you knock it out of the crack?
You can play with the ball.
You can play with it if you want to. Can you pick it up?
Dude.
Can you roll it out for me? If it's Jeremy, or if it's Walter or Patrick.
Miss Mary.
Miss Mary.
Things steady going on. And we're not even moving up here or anything right now.
It moved. I seen it moving that crack.
I'm saying we aren't moving. We're not even standing.
I'm talking about it moved. I seen it move.
I know that, but I'm just debunking.
I don't know what I'm saying.
We're not even standing on those floorboards. We're not even moving. Those floorboards are over there.
Oh, it's a cannonball. I didn't see that one. That's awesome. So who's in here with us? Is it the little boy? If it is, can you...
I think it's steady going on. Put the K2 down there, Brian.
Let's see.
Just lay down. Can you see the K2 on the...
Yeah, I see it. If it's the little boy lighting playing with the ball, can you make this light up too? That's awesome. Steady going. You like the ball, don't you? It's pretty cool. And for all of you, they didn't have that kind of stuff in your day.
So this is what, I guess, Main Street looked like back in the day. We got the Sweeney House, which is the Farnsworth House that we are in right now. And it's not labeled. I figured it might have the Jenny Wade House.
The way I'm seeing it, Sweeney's, she would have been Red Soldier. I don't know. That thing is just steady going. He's been loving that ball. Somebody is. Can you break the lights? Can you stand in front of those lights? You see the little green lights on the wall? Can you step in front of them?
I want to see if I move the ball, if it'll start off. Because, I mean, that thing is steady. I'm going to put it on this wall. Let's see if I can put it.
Going crazy in your hand.
Well, I have it. I'm moving it. Put it up here on this bench.
I held it. How's that? Stop.
No, it didn't look.
Oh, wow. I like the ball. Can you roll the ball? I seen you do it earlier. Can you do it again?
I don't think you like something good up there.
You sit on the bench and play with it. Might not even be the little ball. Man, have not like that in the 1800s. Mid 1800s. Might be one of the snipers.
Could be. Can you make it light up again? Or can you light up that device beside it?
Are you done? You have any more?
Oh, Justin, there it goes.
There it is. You're loving the cow ball.
Man, I wish we could have put the battery in my REM pod.
That probably would have went off. Can you step in front of the green lights for me?
The cat balls went off again.
Loving that ball. Look, as soon as I got to it, it stopped.
So every time you turn around, they're like, "Haha, sucker."
If there's any soldiers in this room, can you break that green light for me? Can you step in front of it? All right, y'all, so we're down in the cellar at the Farnsworth. Really creepy stuff down here.
We've got a couple toys or equipment set up. You can see the grid light back there. We're going to shut this bright light off in a second. That way we can actually see it better. On the stairs right over there is a motion box. So if anything was to move over that way, it'll alert and let us know it's there. We have a cat ball over here in front of the Ed and Lorraine Warren door. So
And
let's
the
cut off.
handy-
Yeah, and we got a K2. So let's cut these lights off. Well, this bright. They say this mirror right here is supposed to be haunted. The lady who told us a little bit about information about this cellar actually has a picture, and you can clearly see a face in the mirror. So, when Lorraine Warren came here to check out what was going on behind that door, she told them that they needed to cover it up for 3 years or just get rid of it. And it still sits here to this day, guys.
So when Lorraine and Ed were here, Lorraine is actually the one who put this cross or symbol here. It was pretty rough here at one time. They didn't have a door here, so it was going on. People were getting dragged to the floor in that room.
Yeah. So when the Civil War was being fought, the Battle of Gettysburg, the Confederate Army had this house as a stronghold, and if any of the soldiers died, they would basically just take them in that room just so they were out of the main house. So you can imagine the bodies that was in that house. If you see the grid light moving, that's because I'm walking around. Well, I just wanted the whole open area so if the little boy runs through, because he said to play down here too. There's a little boy named Jeremy that was playing what they call horse tag, and that's where you just run up, you tag the horse, and you run back. Well, the last time he went to tag the horse, it trampled him, and his father brought him back to this house, and 3 days later he passed away. So his spirit is said to be here. He plays down here. So maybe we can get Jeremy to show himself. Just run through the pretty green lights. There's a ball on the floor over there that if you touch it, it lights up pretty colors.
You want to play with the ball?
You want me to show you how to do it? All you have to do is just touch it. Or maybe not. Did you turn it on?
It's on. Dude.
The batteries die?
No. It's on. It's just touchy. Anyways. So they don't know for sure if his name was Jeremy. They just call him Jeremy. And he's said to have little blondish hair.
Kind of dirty blonde hair. Cream colored shirt. He was 6 years old at the time of death, so he's just a wee little thing.
And there's other, there's soldiers here.
There's Jeremy's father, William, is supposed to stay here. There's Miss Mary.
Are there any soldiers here that want to communicate? Is anybody here that would like to communicate? If you can, Nick, those green lights that you see, can you stand in the middle of them?
Now, when Dustin stepped out earlier, you made a noise down here. Can you make that noise again for me?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. So they brought this mirror in, and this mirror, the whole time this mirror here, they had some really bad mojo juju going on here. That's one of the reasons they asked Lorraine Warren to come in. But they were having a lot of problems with women being attacked, strangled, choked, their hair pulled.
Yes, because I think the story behind the mirror is that the guy who owned it originally, his son was an artist, and he used to mess with prostitutes. So he ended up murdering a tour guide out on one of the battlefields. So they tracked him down, they sentenced him to death row. Well, the story goes, what they think is that there was a piece of art in that frame, and when the son committed that crime, they took the art out of the frame and installed the mirror. So they're thinking that his spirit is attached to that frame.
Can you set that device off and up on the stairs?
All you have to do is move near it.
Just walk in front of it. We know you're here. Many, many people have visited here and had interactions with you, so we know you're here.
If you're seeing the grid light move right now, it's because Dustin's...
I'm stepping through it. I'm breaking it down.
Alright, guys. I'm not really getting too much.
I think I'm getting something.
You're standing in the grid light.
It's not the grid light. I'm not worried. That breaks shadow. That breaks the light. There's something white, blurryish, right in the center. There we go.
Okay.
I hear you. Now you're breaking it. Thank you. I knew you were there. That's awesome. Thank you so much for setting that off for me. There's someone back there, or was that someone walking upstairs? There's somebody's mask. So there's I just said that's me setting it off. That's creepy. That's just saying. All right, now we're in the Sarah Black room. It's supposed to be one of the haunted areas or the most haunted part
A
of
lot
the
of
house.
activity in this room. And the story behind this room is that when Jeremy was trampled by the horse, the bathroom that is now in the Sarah Black room used to be the nursery. So this is where him, and 3 days later he passed away.
And if you remember, the father is also in the house. His spirit is here as well. Where's the ball? Jeremy likes the ball. Jeremy wants to play with the little cat ball. Jeremy, we got your favorite toy. You want to play with it? Are you still up in the attic?